Pothos is one of the easiest plants you can grow. It is also called golden pothos, the money plant, or devil's ivy, as it is almost impossible to kill this plant. It is very easy to grow and it grows well in a variety of light conditions. Pothos is a great house plant. Keep it anywhere in your house and it will liven up the space. Let's see how to propagate this beautiful plant from cuttings. There are a number of varieties of this plant. Here's a variety called the neon pothos. The plant has overgrown the pot and now it is sending vines in all directions. These vines can be used to grow new plants. Use a sharp pair of garden scissors to get the cuttings. You can take all the vines that are coming out from the pot. Now we need to make these cuttings short so that they can be easier to handle. Now I prefer to get the cuttings this way. I pick a healthy leaf, then I cut the next leaf at the bottom and then snap off the stem just before the next node. A node is a point on the stem from where you'll have new roots coming out. Do this with the rest of the cuttings. Take a glass of water and dip the cuttings in it. Make sure the leaves are not submerged in water or they might rot. Also, do not overcrowd the cuttings. Six to 7 cuttings per glass is fine, so that the roots have enough space to grow in the water. You could use any type of containers for this. Just make sure that the leaves are not submerged and the roots have enough space to grow in the water. Use a container or bottle with uniform area of cross section so that the cuttings can easily be removed after the roots have grown. Now keep this glass in a place where it receives indirect sunlight. Fill up the glass whenever you see a decrease in the water level. Also change the water after every 3 to 4 days. After 2 weeks, we can see the new roots growing. After 3 weeks, we can see that the roots have grown long enough and the cuttings can now be transplanted into soil. Use a pot with sufficient drainage holes. Place some stones at the bottom to avoid any soil loss. Here I am using a mixture of 20% compost and 80% soil. Fill in this mix in the pot. Make a cavity at the center of the pot to transplant the cuttings. Make sure all the leaves stay above the surface of the soil and then add the remaining mix. Gently firm the soil with your hands. Give it a lot of water to avoid transplant shock. Your plants are now ready. Keep them in shade for 2 days and then you can shift it to your final location. Though the pothos plant is safe to touch, it can be poisonous if ingested. Hence keep it away from your pets or small children. You can keep these plants in any part of your house and they will liven up the space. It just adds a lot of color to the room and brings a lot of happiness. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon for more updates.